Welcome to Third Wheeln, or welcome back if you decided to stick around for the first episode. If you have no clue what we're about, for whatever reason, it's just three friends, Kenz, who is me, Alec, and Kaitlin.
Hello.
Shooting the shit
Hi.
about random topics
Alec.
that we hope you out there find interesting in one way or another, and share your stories with us as well. A quick update before we get started on our topic. Kaitlin is 22 now.
Woo!
We
Taylor
celebrate.
Swift, thank you.
Yes.
I know, right? We celebrated her birthday over the weekend, and it was super fun.
It was dope. It was freaking dope.
Yes, and now Kaitlin is responsible for us because she is the oldest.
Yes.
Congrats.
I am now your mother.
Yes.
Please drive me to work.
Call me mother, please.
Mom,
Hi, son.
that's not creepy.
Okay, so back to what we're talking about today. It's something very near and dear to our hearts. We're talking about Wisconsin. Spooky, creepy, weird, kooky, all that stuff.
Yep.
A cheese steak.
Spooky Sconnie.
Spooky
I mean, not
Sconnie.
only do we have cheese, but we have weird shit as well. At least from what I've noticed in the 12 years that I've lived here. I don't know about you guys.
Oh, yeah. No,
Wisconsin's a special place, that's
there-
for sure.
There's nothing to do, so you start to hallucinate and see things. It's the only explanation.
I mean,
Yep.
yeah.
Other than the water park capital of the world, Wisconsin.
it's all
does.
it's all the cheese.
Nice,
fact,
warm
if-
beer.
Yeah, fun fact, if you eat enough cheese and only cheese, your poop will turn green.
Ew.
How do you know that? That's my question.
It's stories that my father has told me of people who own cheese shops and...
So people who own cheese shops only eat cheese?
No. But if you really like cheese, you eat a lot of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Probably the weirdest thing that we talked about today.
Nice.
So each of us have at least two stories. Some of them are longer, some of them are shorter, that we brought to the table today to talk about. So whoever wants to go first, feel free. If you feel like you have the most interesting one,
Hmm.
then
All
at
right.
the end we'll vote.
Oh, Alec. Oh,
I'll
wow.
jump on this train. Do you guys want to hear about the location or the people first? Since I had to choose to go first.
Okay.
Location. Alright, we'll start off. There's a place in Wisconsin, in Baraboo.
It's in Wisconsin,
You can
what?
tell by our accents that we live here, I hope. Maybe not me, but these people.
Sit there and
Yeah.
down by Baraboo and
Baraboo?
Baraboo, home of the Thunderbirds, which is a story in itself, actually, because there used to be prehistoric birds that used to be huge, and apparently they would keep the snake population down. These massive birds who'd fly down and eat snakes. But
Wait,
I don't...
wait, like condors, like in California?
Yeah, except more like prehistoric. Like, they were around for only the early generations of man. Like,
Okay.
early, like... We just, like, America just split off from, like, you know,
From
Asia. Yeah. And, yeah, we came around. But, no, I want to talk about Devil's Lake.
Okay.
Because...
Ooh, Devil's Lake.
Yeah, you
Love
don't-
that place. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
You may or may not have heard about
Oh.
Devil's Lake for the listeners out there. Basically, it's down near Baraboo, which is down by the Wisconsin Dells. Just to give some clarity of where these locations are when we talk about them. So
Yeah, no, I just figure everyone knows where Baraboo is.
it's
my-
more
my
obvious that
Wisconsin
people
insight.
know where Wisconsin Dells is. Hopefully, anyway. I mean,
Yeah.
water
But-
park capital of the world. Boom.
Yeah.
Woo.
Again.
Well, you can see it all from if you're a giraffe on a stepladder, you can see it all. But, yeah.
Fucking giraffe.
Yeah. But apparently, my first story about it is we have our own, essentially, Nessie, or Nessie, whatever you want to call
Nessie?
it.
Nessie?
Nessie.
Loch Nessie
Loch
Monster?
Ness Monster, but he has a different name. But essentially, I just want to get the story out of the way.
Is his name Satan?
No, his name isn't Satan.
Hi, Satan!
You know, Devil's Lake isn't home to Satan, sadly. Not sadly, joyfully. But yeah, no. It's not.
Depending on who you are.
No. But essentially, we have our own Nessie. But the story goes, it's a creature which is essentially the same as they have down, it's the Loch Ness Monster, all that
In
stuff.
Scotland.
In Scotland. But yeah, apparently the story goes is in the Dakota tribe, and there's a huge drought going on, and as is the drought during spring, odd enough, but as the summer got forward, like the tribe essentially huddled around this lake because not only did it provide water to drink, but also it was the only source of water for miles, so the animals would come to drink. So of course they're just sitting around this tribe, so they notice everything. So essentially how we found out about the story is a bunch of European adventurers came wandering around, and they told them it. But what was happening is as the river dried up, there's two deep wells on each end, like the north and south end of Devil's Lake.
Mm-hmm.
But they dried up, and there slowly became a mud divide in the middle. And in this mud divide, there was this huge, I guess, it had a tremendous body, long neck, and just a little itty bitty head. Same thing as Loch Ness Monster. It's Nessie.
Unproportionally tiny head.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining these French explorers coming along like, ho ho ho.
Oh.
You know what
Yeah,
a
no.
cat looks like?
Bunch of
With a,
French.
You know what a cat
I'm so
looks like
sorry.
with a sock over its head?
Yeah.
You know, that small little head, but big body.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's only true if you have a fat cat.
I knew a fat cat with a tiny head, so I feel it.
But yeah.
God dang it.
What's great is the tribesmen, like, you normally would be like, yeah, they would sever the head, be like, carries a trophy, but they were all scared of it because they believed it was called, I'm gonna biff this name hard, like, Unktazine. It was essentially their evil spirit of Unk, which was essentially, I think...
Funk?
Unk.
Okay.
Like
Basically
U-N-K.
the devil.
Basically the devil. It's an evil spirit. You want to stay away from it. No fun. So even the bravest warriors wouldn't approach it because not only fear of being eaten alive, but having a curse of another drought set on them. So essentially, they left it alone. And over 7 days, it was wiggling in the sandbar, wiggling, writhing, getting his groove on until it slipped out.
It slipped out of the lake?
Of the sandbar. It slipped into the water. It was able to get back. Like a beached whale, except it actually got back.
Because it wanted to live.
Yeah. And what was fun about this is scientists believe that there was animals like that in the American area during the prehistoric era, during like the Ice Age could have brought in sort of a thing called the plesiosaur.
Yeah, the plesiosaur. You got it. I think you got it.
Nailing these things. But
I'm not a paleontologist, but I think you got it.
But yeah.
It's pretty close.
The scientists they actually took this myth, though, or not a myth, it's probably a true story. Watch. But they took this story as, like, fact that uses evidence to, like, yes, Devil's Lake was filled during the Ice Age by a melted glacier. Because of that. Because those animals were around that area. Not during that time, but before the Ice Age. It could have been frozen and thrown into the lake. Wow, Devil's Lake, and I'm calling it a river. It's not. Okay. It's not early in the morning. But yeah, that's the first monster, because this lake not only has one monster, but two monsters. Because
how did they coexist?
Because not only did the Nakota have a problem with that lake, the Sioux had a problem with that lake, or the
fighting Sioux.
Yep, because they had a midnight hunting trip out in the middle of the lake, of course.
Of course.
Of course.
Because when it gets cold, the fish go down. Actually, I can't even justify. There's probably some fishing technique.
Well, I'm sure. Like the sun was. I mean, not the sun. the moon was out. In full, because that offered more light to hunt. So that's probably why they were out there.
True. But yeah, essentially they're going out on an expedition in the middle of the lake until giant, massive octopus-like tendrils sprung from the bottom of the lake, started knocking around.
Whoa, are you fucking with me right now?
No,
we have an octopus and a plesiosaur.
Straight up kraken.
Oh my god!
It smashed them. There was warriors. They could hear the cry from the shore, so they ran to watch it. And this is how they know, because no one on the boat on that hunting trip lived to tell the story.
Oh, jeez.
I totally would be one of those people on the shore just being like, if I had a phone back then, I totally would have been filming it. I would have been like, oh my god, this is so sad.
Yeah. So,
oh my god. YouTube.
Yeah, instantly.
What's fun about this one? Well, not fun. I mean, people got murdered, I guess. But they call it it's like MDE Whacken, or also known as they call it a bad spirit. Oh. So not only was the first one an awful spirit, the second one's also an awful spirit.
But what
the Sioux did, because they became so terrified of this, every year they would go and just start throwing animals into the lake to not only please the spirit, but also to make sure that it was full so it didn't attack them.
That's so...
Because if you're going down that lake, you want the tiger to be full before you enter the cage.
That's true.
Yep.
You owe me a quote.
Oh, shit.
I will say, though, your one story about how there was a drought in spring, I would not be surprised with Wisconsin. You experience, the 4 seasons in a week, so I'm not even, surprised.
It was the drought in the spring that brought them towards it, but then during the summer, the drought continued. It was a dry, warm
so it
season.
was like what happened with California just recently.
Yeah. It was
basically.
just a dry, warm season.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I can't believe we have a kraken in Devil's Lake, or did. It's probably dead now.
It's probably busy fighting the Nessie.
I know, it must be a feud between the two. Yeah. Just constantly this is my turf.
I know, right?
I'm more proud about Wisconsin now, knowing that we have a Nessie.
And a kraken.
And a kraken.
I don't think it's as big as the ocean kraken, but nonetheless.
What if it's just a regular-sized octopus?
The Sioux, they had powerful hunters. I think, honestly, if you see an octopus, though, those things freak you out. They can fit through tiny little holes, they're the size of quarters, to get off of boats.
Little sphincter holes?
Yeah, if they can, fit their beak through a hole, they'll fit their whole body through it.
They just shove their face in it.
Yeah, that's what most, rats do.
Yeah.
If the hole is, as big as their head, they can fit through it or something. I don't know.
Like our guinea pigs?
Do they
nasty
do
little
No,
guinea
they
pigs.
just nibble through things. It's awful.
I mean, true.
Well, they squeeze through weird places too, so.
Okay, I'll go next.
Go. No, I got more.
Oh,
this
I
Devil's
thought
Lake
we were gonna jump back and forth.
Oh yeah, we'll come back to Devil's Lake. There's
okay,
more.
there's more. There's more. Get ready, people.
But wait.
There's more.
There's more.
Limited time offer. Okay,
Fight
so
your
my first one is the Smiley Face Killer or the Smiley Face Gang. So in the state, most known for its serial killers, this is kind of a no-brainer. You know, we have Geen, we have, who else do we have? Dahmer, you know, those people. We've had quite a few people come through and all that stuff.
The ones that people want to make movies about.
Exactly. So, a quick rundown for anyone who is unfamiliar with the Smiley Face Killer or the Smiley Face Gang or the Smiley Face Murder Theory, all that stuff. This is supposedly like a gang of serial killers or one person that drown intoxicated college-age men and leave graffitied smiley faces somewhere at the crime scene. So this has been going on since like the mid-90s or so when people started to put this together. Believe they started putting this together in like 2010 or so. Like 2 detectives realized that there are 45 deaths crossing 11 states.
Dang.
That fall under this same MO. And they're still not sure what's going on. So, I mean...
That's crazy how long it's been going on for.
Yeah.
Wisconsin gets to share its creepiness to our neighboring states.
Basically,
Illinois,
most of it's New York, which is also creepy.
Johnny Appleseed, no.
So just this little group around here, around Wisconsin, and all of a sudden just boo over to New York.
No, it started in New York, and it started to like migrate over. Like there was some in Indiana and stuff. And
okay.
I'm not sure if there was any in Michigan. I'd have to do more research on that, but I know about the ones in Wisconsin because they happened in La Crosse, which is very close to us. Yeah. And there's talk about it happening here as well. And maybe even in Idaho.
Idaho?
Idaho.
Oh, Idaho.
Oh, wow. In Idaho.
Oh, hi.
Ooh, potatoes. They have good potatoes.
Yeah, they do.
Good spuds.
Yes. That's probably the only thing that's good in Idaho. JK. So that's been happening since the 90s. They have 45 confirmed deaths. They're not sure if they are apparent murders or not. These 2 detectives seem to think that they are. And, I mean, the numbers are pretty staggering. If you have 45 deaths that follow the same MO, it kind of makes sense. But then there's some things that don't make sense. Like the fact that, you know, why would there be a gang of serial killers? That just doesn't make any sense. You know, stuff like that. And
they work so loud. They're like the lone wolves of the murder realm.
Yeah, exactly. They're lone wolves. And then, the MO of drowning doesn't make any sense. It's very, like, weird MO to have for a serial killer. But, personally, I think it would be very interesting if, like, at least psychology-wise, if this was an actual thing.
Yeah.
You know, because then it'd be like, it just turns, you know, the whole thing on its head about serial killers and how they operate and all that stuff. So, you know.
It definitely challenges what you think of them.
Yeah.
You know.
Exactly. So there is a documentary on the whole thing. It's on YouTube, and there's a few books. So if you do go and look for it, word of caution, it's not to be confused with Keith Jesperson. I don't even know.
Sound it out, Kenz.
Jesperson, hooked on phonics, worked for me. Who is the Happy Face Killer, so named because he sent letters to newspapers in Oregon with the smiley face as his signature. So be aware of that when you're looking for books. Also, a very interesting character as well, if you wanted to look him up also. So
that'd be really fun. I gotta do that.
Yeah. Just look up serial killers. It's a great pastime.
It is.
Maybe your friends might be one. Who knows?
You ever take a serial killer test?
Yeah.
Where are you at on the score?
I wasn't up there, but I was realmed in the area of normal.
I was like 7 out of 10, like.
But did you take the one where it's like 46%, 26%, like those ones?
Oh, no. Ours was just, are you a serial killer or not? Mine was like, you're fine, but you need to think more about others.
See, I took one, it was, what percentage of, psychopath are you? And I got 46%, but it's because I like to go on roller coasters. And I like dogs. Like,
yeah, no. Mine was just something I took in psychology class in high school, and they're like, yeah, no, let's see if you're a serial killer. And I was like, I don't think I am. And then, because part of it was you had to write a quick, 30 minutes, you had 10 minutes to write a story, and they just look for buzzwords in that story.
Oh, really?
And I wrote a story about a boy who was sleeping and woke up halfway through and then woke up again. Like Inception, kind of.
Double.
Yeah, no, it was a good
dream.
story. I printed it out. I gave it to my teacher. He's like, this is really weird, Alec. And I was like, yeah. And he was going to look.
Well, what kind of buzzwords were they looking for? Like, kill.
Murder. Sleep forever.
Gun.
I killed her.
Her body's buried in the back.
I did not hit her. I did not.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Okay, well, that's it for the smiley face killers, unless you guys had anything you want to add to that, since...
Frowny face.
Yeah, the frowny face killers. Can we talk about them?
Rivaling gangs. It's like Crips and Bloods.
I mean, yeah.
It's murders. The frowny face killers are ones who do it like in hospitals, except they revive the person who just paint a frowny face on their chest.
Or like they keep going to like these crime scenes trying to like give CPR to the victims, you know?
Yeah.
And like they count it as one of theirs.
They're the group of first responders who just don't seem to give up on them. Yeah. Lovely people. They have great hearts for humanity. It's just, they're gone. Oh, it's God. Like Simba trying to wake up his dad. It's just really sad.
Oh, Simba.
So yeah, so if you want to look up this any more than what we've told you, because I only gave you a quick rundown of it, there's a documentary on YouTube. It's not the best documentary, but it's still really interesting. Not sure if it's real or not, but it's still interesting. And of course, there's a number of books out there to check out as well. And that's the Smiley Face Killers.
Okay.
Or
cool.
theory, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. I don't know.
Just whatever the fuck.
Yeah, whatever the fuck.
Just call it that.
Right.
Let's title the episode that.
There we go. Whatever the fuck. Well, for my research, I found out about giants.
Start with your name.
Oh,
Hi,
I'm sorry.
My name is Kaitlin.
Hello, my name is Kaitlin.
Hi, Kaitlin.
Hi, Kaitlin.
Thanks. Hi, guys. So, I researched about giants found in Wisconsin.
Okay.
I thought that was pretty interesting. I guess they found a total of 18 giants since about 1912.
Like Abraham Lincoln kind of giants?
No, these were like
1891.
mummies.
Oh, mum.
Yeah, so...
I was thinking like they're just really tall.
Well, I mean, they are. They're between 7.6 feet and 10 feet tall. So that's, it's pretty crazy. But they found these giant bodies, these giant skeletons near Lake Delvin. They're found in burial mounds around the lake, which is located near Lake Geneva, if you know.
Lake Geneva, they might. I mean, that's near the border of Illinois and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Janesville,
Southern Wisconsin.
Madison.
A lot of people go there just to hang out in the summer, so not too far out there. But I found this site. It's called Giant Mystery, 18 Giant Skeletons Found in Wisconsin, Sons of God, Men Renowned, by Kristen Harris.
I'd love to meet Achilles.
That's quite the URL.
Well, okay, it's the title of the
article. Of the page.
Yes,
okay,
it's
the
page.
Title of the article. Okay.
But the project was done by Beloit College. Okay. So I thought that was pretty interesting. They excavated that area and found these giants. So they look like normal humans except for their height. They have larger skulls due to that. But they have 6 fingers and 6 toes. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I
mean, there's also, I guess, families out there who, like, it just runs in their bloodline just to have 6 fingers. Yeah, it's a
genetic thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes it can happen today. Because I've known people that, like, oh yeah, I had an extra finger removed.
Some families embrace that. Like, they're sitting there like, I don't care about boy or girl. I just want to know the date where, like, 6 fingers or 5. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Because you can operate just fine with 6 fingers. It's just when you go up to shake someone's hand.
You're like,
it's a little bit more
thicker. It's a little thicker of a hand.
But aren't, like, the extra fingers, aren't they, like, vestigial or whatever?
Yeah.
Like, they're not really useful.
Not all.
So then why the fuck would you... What?
Some of them are vestigial. Some people, it's been in their bloodline for so long, they actually use them.
Weird.
Oh, so they actually have
They can.
use.
They also have, like, 7 toes. They have use,
crazy.
but it's more like kind of like your ring finger. It's more for, like, just holding, I imagine.
Probably.
Wow.
I mean, yeah.
I'm
Okay.
taking us off
So
topic.
when were these giants found? What year?
1912. They also have a second row of teeth for the bottom and top jaw.
Oh, God.
So, yeah. So 4
like
rows
sharks.
of teeth, just want to say.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Interesting.
And on top of that, longer lifespan as well than normal humans. They have elongated skulls, so they believe that's a link towards their longer lifespan. Okay. But yes.
Were the skulls crystal?
May 1912, they were found. But I guess there was another thing. They found some in 1891, August 10th.
Okay.
So, those were
just last week.
Just last week.
The university. I mean, what the fuck am I talking about? The anniversary of the finding of these giants. August 10th, everybody.
So not too long ago, just 2 days before my birthday.
And you all missed it.
But these were discovered by Smithsonian scientists. They found pyramidal structures around Madison, Wisconsin area, which is pretty close to where I'm from, which is crazy.
Is that why you're so weird? You're an alien?
I mean,
they were building
really
tin houses for Wisconsin summers.
What?
You said all metal houses, I thought.
No, I said pyramidal.
Structures.
Oh.
God damn it, Alec.
Structures.
I am sorry.
Listen!
I'm trying to.
I studied. No. But yeah, they found a giant male skeleton in one of the structures. And, so that was pretty cool. They found it that far ago. And, the Smithsonian scientists, they took it back to the Smithsonian, yes. And that's where all these giants' bodies are supposedly are right now, but they aren't displaying them. So,
they're in some warehouse in a box like in Indiana Jones.
That's what they believe, people believe, but they also believe that they possibly might be destroyed. So,
Sometimes scientists go crazy for this.
As a history student, when you have stuff that's taken up space in like a back room of a museum that you don't want to display or don't foresee displaying in the future, most likely it will be destroyed. So I wouldn't be surprised. If it's been that long, then maybe.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be... there has to be a reason why they would keep it back there. They believe that maybe they just... want to keep the current, understanding of how cultures and humans came to be. Like, they don't want to challenge what people already know.
Yeah, that was my...
But it's interesting. They do have a, area about this, these giants, but they only display, like, normal-sized humans for it. So, I don't know why they would talk about it, but not...
have the actual mummies.
Exactly. So...
they're probably valuable.
That's true. I mean, they do turn, like, science on its head, like, the whole, not evolution, but, yeah, definitely, like, where we think American culture was, is, and always has been kind of a thing. And especially in, like, 1912 and, like, the 1800s and stuff, that was definitely, that would have been a big deal. You discovered this, and then you basically, like, okay, well, do I become a martyr for science, or do I just lock it away and not talk about it, kind of a thing?
And it's funny, there's been over 200 discoveries of giant bodies found all over the world. Like, it's not obviously just here, Wisconsin, the United States, it's just everywhere. But,
even today that we're discovering them, aren't we?
Yeah. So
it's kind of weird.
I don't understand, it's kind of, it's strange. They actually, for like local news and like for big news for these things, it was around like 1950s when they slowly just started tapering off and nobody really talks about them. So there's actually a few articles through the New York Times that I found talking about these bodies. So, you have these really reputable sources, saying that these things are real, they were discovered, but, nobody's talking about them anymore, so...
Government cover-up.
Ooh, conspiracy. Ooh. But I thought that was interesting. I surprisingly have never heard about this before, but I guess a lot of other people have, and it really got my attention.
It's just me.
It's just Kenz that knows about it.
If you're interested in history, you've stumbled upon it, but if you're not a deep history fan, I imagine it's just kind of falling off the back burner. Doesn't matter.
This is like going over your heads right now. Kind of a different thing to be talking about.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Back to Devil's Lake.
I guess so.
Wow, Alec.
And now we return to Devil's Lake.
Welcome back. Baraboo misses you. The Thunderbirds are here. Yeah. Devil's Lake. Let's talk about the name. So this goes back to the Nakota tribe, and it wasn't initially called
Nakota or Lakota?
Nakota. Ooh, with an N.
Okay.
It's an N. The same people that had the Nessie.
Okay.
Yeah. But they essentially called the lake Dawakakargra, or Spirit Lake, or also known as...
Sound it out.
That is the sounded out thing. It's Dawakakargra.
Okay, yep, phonics.
I didn't... Okay. I'm not going to try and read the actual thing. I'm reading the sounded out version I wrote down.
Shh, it's okay.
I'm crying.
He's trying.
Here's a tissue.
Okay, so... the lake.
It's also called... It was initially called... And that translates into Spirit Lake, or also Place of Many Spirits. Because they believed that whenever you held celebrations here, that you could listen and hear the dead talking to you, their voices, spirits from other worldly realms. Now, what I enjoyed about this is everything I looked up is just celebrations. Now, of course, this is probably like their forms, like their celebrations or like dances and stuff. But I'm just like to think like you go to Devil's Lake for a birthday party, and your son just has the dead whispering in his ear.
Oh my god!
Just permanently messing up your child.
I will say though, like Wisconsin definitely has that. I don't know. Since I took my one anthropology class this last school semester, like learning about the different like Ojibwa names for places and all those things, and how like many of them are named after or named like place of spirits or like spirit mounds, or you know what I mean. Yeah. So so it's a very spiritual place. Wisconsin is apparently.
It's kind of funny. It's not just one. Like basically almost every one of them share that same thing.
Yeah, I'm sure also that it's like, the places have significance to the tribe, so like they name it something like that. But it's just
intriguing.
Yeah, intriguing. The numbers are intriguing. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, to add on to this though, people to this day, they have complaints that they generally go to the park ranger about shadow figures lurking around their tents.
I'm not here for shadow figures.
I'm here for you to talk in my ear. Please step away from the food.
That's a bear, no.
It's there to keep the bears out, not you. You look like you have fingers.
Fuck
you can
off.
untie that. Be nice. We're not Scottish.
I'm not gonna go camp there now. You mentioned shadow figures and dead whispers.
Not only the shadow figures, but they also have mounds around there. Like
shadow fingers.
They have spirit mounds around there that represent a bear, a lynx, and a bird. And these are supposed to represent the three animals that you can see wandering the lakeside there of Devil's Lake. Just wandering. They're spirits. They're like phantom spirits, like a phantom bear, like walking
so
out,
you're not actually looking at a
tree.
real bear, you're looking at a
It is a phantom bear. Oh, okay. Like it glows in the dark, I imagine.
Phantom bear.
Phantom bear, phantom lynx, phantom bird.
What kind of bird?
I'm pretty sure it's probably be like an eagle or a hawk or something.
I saw eagles before.
Yeah, you can go there and see like...
It's a shadow eagle.
Shadow eagle. Throw a frisbee at it.
What if I kill it?
If it dies, it was a real bird. If it lives, it was the phantom bird.
And if it does die, you're going to be arrested.
Exactly. Yeah. So take your chances, I guess.
And then also, there's a thing there called the Elephant Rock, which is a rock that looks like an elephant.
Wait. So, back to the shadow thing. There's shadow people, and then there's shadow animals, or are there just shadow animals?
They're shadow animals. And people.
And people, okay. I was a little confused, because then you started talking about, shadow animals, and I was like, these people are seeing shadow animals.
If you think those mounds represent the shadow, like birds, bears, and lynxes, what do you think the Elephant Rock does?
Shadow elephants!
Phantom elephants, baby! Let's go. They're not native to America, no. So seeing an elephant back then, like, what the hell? Like,
so Elephant Rock got its name pretty late, didn't it?
No. Well, it was one of those things. Elephant Rock was named by Europeans later on, but they believed it to be the source. Like, as the natives are like pointing, because they'd never seen an elephant before, yet they would describe an elephant.
So they're trying to translate what they were telling them,
probably.
The Europeans. Okay,
and
so
the Europeans are probably being
that's a fucking elephant.
They're describing elephants, and they're just threw up an elephant.
But then Europeans didn't know what elephants were either.
Nah, some of them want travelers, explorers, I imagine.
True.
They see them in their little textbooks. Like,
sure, they went to Africa.
Have you seen the Europeans, though, with their drawings of natives with, the bears? They've never seen a bear before, and they try and draw a bear. It looks like just a really ragged wolf.
Yeah, or, drawing lions. Even elephants, too. So, I mean, that's why I'm a little confused.
No, it's fine. And then also...
we should put some pictures of that in there.
Yeah.
Then, to add on to the final creature, which isn't a phantom, is there's been Sasquatch sightings.
Fuck!
Hell.
And there's the most notable one. It happened back in 1910, where apparently this Bigfoot followed a 10-year-old girl home.
That is...
And so she ran home.
Okay.
She ran home. And she got her dad. Her dad came out, measured the footprints, because that's how you always find Bigfoot. You measure
just comes running out the tape measure immediately and just starts measuring his skull.
Hold on, Cindy!
Yeah. Kicks her out the door.
What you just described to me is a big furry foot. Look at it.
Gotta measure it!
Well, it is described to be twice the size of her father's.
On his belt loop, ready to go.
Well, it's only twice the size of her father, so he's probably stepped in it this is roughly twice my size, I could fight it, kind of. And And just to add to this, like, just as a last note, because Devil's Lake is fun and stuff, but if you're a fan of H.P. Lovecraft, this is apparently home to a lot of Cthulhu power zones. I don't know what the hell those are. I googled it. There's no quick way to learn what a Cthulhu power zone is, other than, I guess, deep dive into Lovecraft. So
I mean, I have, but I still don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I imagine where Cthulhu draws his power. Like, on his way to destroying the world, he just stops there. He's like, I need to recharge.
I'm assuming it's like electromagnetic fields, you know?
Oh, maybe. I don't know enough about Lovecraft.
Electromagnetic fields aren't Lovecraft, but yeah.
I don't know whether the real ones or the fake ones. Come on.
Oh,
you throw like electromagnetic fields, homeoosmosis, just start throwing big words together and it starts to sound technical.
Exactly. Parapsychology, blah, blah, blah. I mean, so Cthulhu power zones.
Yep.
Great.
I don't know this, but I just wanted to end it on something more upbeat other than Sasquatch.
What about Devil's Doorway and all that?
Devil's Doorway? I mean, I couldn't find anything in real particular. Like, I had rumors of that's where, like, dark spirits would come out, like, on special, like, lunar cycles. But that's just rumors. I wasn't able to back any of that up by finding anything, so I was just trying to avoid that. I know people fall off of it. It's generally about a 10-foot drop off, but if you hit that shelf on the 10-foot drop off wrong, you can fall, like, 80 feet. So, yes. I mean, it's kind of painful, I imagine, falling. So if you're going there, hike with care. Climb carefully.
Actually, Alec, remember when you tried jumping across, though?
I jumped across a lot of things there. I'm a smart boy.
And you're telling people to be careful and not do those things.
I needed a mom to tell me to be careful. I just want to be someone's dad there. All right?
Yeah, no, you gave me your phone, and you're like, watch this, Kaitlin, and I'm like, ah!
I wanted a sick picture. I wanted to be like Rafiki from Lion King standing on the edge.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is we need to go there during the lunar eclipse.
Lunar eclipse.
And see some fucking demons.
See demons crawling out. The apocalypse. Punch them. Fight back.
We're gonna fight.
You have a physical body. They do not. You are strong.
Catch us at Devil's Lake fighting demons during.
We gotta do that home video style. You know, running around, shaky camera.
It's like the camera. You can't even see it. You get a picture of Sasquatch.
Do you see it?
You got a picture of Sasquatch as elephants stampeding everywhere. This place has just gone to crap. The Kraken-Loch monster are just butting heads in the lake.
Monkeys are throwing poop at you.
Cthulhu's there recharging. He's already destroyed Manhattan. Just needs to take a break.
What? Manhattan?
He goes
Wisconsin.
He goes fast. He's Cthulhu.
That's true.
I don't know about him, but he seems powerful.
He's an old god. Okay, so if you want a quick rundown on H.P. Lovecraft, there's these things called cosmic old gods that are like, what is it? They were before everything else existed in the world. They're all powerful and they don't give a shit about humanity. So, like, if they come to Earth, they're gonna fuck our shit up. If they are real, which they're not. That's just something some dude, some racist guy in the 1920s made up to sell books. So...
Alright.
But it's still interesting to talk about. Like, Stephen King's It, like, most of the Stephen King books have, like, H.P. Lovecraft themes in them. Mm-hmm. But it's probably, like, the one that, you know...
is most relevant to this day.
I mean, yeah, that too. But,
there's a movie coming out.
And relevant to the topic.
But yeah.
Give us tickets.
That's all I got for Devil's Lake, though. It's a spooky, interesting, fun place. If you're going to look just to find something and look at something weird, go there probably at like dusk, like twilight, something like that. And just go out in the dimly lit shadows of the forest, hiking up a trail, getting super fatigued out, forgot your water at the bottom of the hill, probably dehydrated.
You don't have somebody going for you.
Look out into the woods and hallucinate your balls off. Like, you will have a good time.
I mean, yeah, that too. Fight some demons at Devil's Doorway.
Yeah, do us all a favor and win.
I got my salt gun ready.
These freaking...
You coat the bullets in holy water.
Wisconsin Dells has a lot of weird shit around it, I've realized after hearing these stories. Mm-hmm. Like, there's... I'm sure Cave of the Mountains has something wrong with it, too. Like...
No, it's just a cave.
Honestly.
No,
it's good for Splunk.
No.
I mean, yeah.
There's gotta be something wrong with it.
They just sold me candy rocks.
Okay, so should I go next, or do you want to go?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go, Kenz.
So I have a short one. It's called The Boo Boo Shaw. I found this on wfiles.com initially, and then there's a couple other things around there online by the unexplained people, the people that do ghost hunting in Wisconsin. So this originates from like the 1960s and the 1970s. The original story was this guy had family up in Port Washington, which is near Sheboygan, Wisconsin, for some clarification. So he had family up there, and when he was younger... people would tell this story about this weird black skeletal-like creature that would just hang out in the woods. And
that's fucked up.
Excuse me, yeah, and people's backyards and all that good stuff. So, yeah.
Playing with your dog.
And then you just see this thing.
The dog is like eating it. Oh, hi, Muck.
God dang.
And some rumors say that the Bubasha came off of a coal ship docked in Wisconsin Electric Power Plant in the 1960s. So...
Is the Loch Ness Monster coming to land?
I mean, I don't really know.
So it's like a newer monster, in a way?
Kind of ish. I mean, 1960s, 1970s, you know?
Yeah.
That's really new.
To me, it sounds like a, like a creepypasta monster.
It does.
Like, I'm surprised there's not creepypastas about it. You know, I mean, there's
we
stuff
can
like...
make one.
There you go. I mean, there's stuff like, like The Rake and Slender Man, which are both... I mean, if you read, like, the original Slender Man creepypasta, that's pretty good. Not that other shit that's out there right now.
Like
oh, God.
The sexual...
Girthy Slender Man.
Don't read the lemons.
Yeah. No, don't read those. Read those.
God. But yeah, like, it just... Yeah, it's creepy. I wish there was more on it, though. I really do, because there's only so few, like, these points are all I have on it. That it's a black skeletal-like figure, they think it came off of a coal ship in the 1960s, and it just hangs out in the woods. There's no record of, like, oh yeah, I was attacked by the Bubasha and stuff, but I think that was another part of the story, is that it eats kids that are out late or something, so it's obviously, like, probably a legend that parents made up to scare the kids.
I was gonna say, like, as a mom, as a dad, that'd be highly convenient. You go outside and you're messing around, but after I tell you to come inside, I'm gonna call the Bubasha. Yeah. I'm gonna set off the Bubasha bell.
The Bubasha ding,
ding, ding, ding, ding.
Well, that's a good segue into yours.
Yeah. Well, mine's about Mount Horeb. About their trolls. Yes. So you can go on the website, trollway.com, to find out where I got this information. But so let me just give you background about trolls. They originated by
You've all seen the movie.
No.
Fuck.
Not trolls. The movie.
These are the Mount Horeb trolls.
No, these are scary, nasty fuckers I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
I mean, those guys are too, so.
But I mean, they're scary in the cute way.
But yeah, it originated by early Scandinavian folklore, and supposedly they have magical powers, like shape-shifting for
say,
fun.
I don't fucking trust them already.
Like lightning bolt, like lightning bolt, fireball, kind of a thing.
Not D&D.
Oh, not deity, like they're not like Zeus?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
You say deity? Like designated driver?
Deity.
D&D.
D-I-T-Y.
Dungeons and Dragons.
No, I did not say that.
Okay.
I was talking about Zeus level stuff.
No. This is
Apollo.
well, you said like magic missile and shit, or fireball. Those are Dungeons and Dragons spells, bruh.
You know what?
You know this.
I do.
Anywho, they can live for hundreds of years, so they're old. They're still old, very old, little mischievous fuckers.
I like mischievous. They sound like my kind of people.
But this website, it says that they're actually good-natured, apparently.
Nice.
But they look creepy as fuck, so... But I had some experience where they're not good-natured, but I'll talk about that later. So in 1976, one of their store owners from Mount Horeb, wanted to attract people to their store. And they're Scandinavian too, so, all about that.
Scandinavians love their trolls.
Yeah, all about those trolls. So they're like, hey, you know what? How we can get people into our store? Let's go put trolls all around our store, in the windows, and on the grass. And people want to come here, right?
Obviously.
Sadly, they were right.
What the hell is wrong with that?
Well, I think it just, it was intriguing. Like, it was interesting. Like, why do these people have, like, all these trolls around here? So they wanted to come up and look at them.
That is not how marketing works. You see a creep, like the creepy old ladies, like, oh, the Macrini house down the street that's like covered in vines.
The
just
last
has like
house on the left kind of bullshit.
Yeah, overgrown. Looks like someone has like cannibalized their dog in the front yard. You don't walk up to the house like, oh, hey, you selling stuff in here? No.
But it's Wisconsin. Everyone's nice. Everyone likes like weird shit. Like, no, people just don't notice the weird shit, I guess.
No, as my parents once said though, because like they live down in like Adams, like a very small town that's known for like being like the most violent to each other. Like the difference between Wisconsin, like murderers and other people's murderers, is that Wisconsin invites the murderers invite them into their house or into their yard sale, and other places don't. So yeah, sorry, Kaitlin.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess I don't know. True statement.
True. So other store owners started seeing how they were being successful with this. So basically, they just copied them. All these other people around that area on. Looks like Highway 18 and 151. All those businesses started doing the same thing, and truckers and just random people passing by just were really intrigued by it. But in the 1980s, Wisconsin's Department of Transport didn't like this at all. They thought this actually would ruin the business for Mount Horeb. So they tried to end this by making a bypass around this highway to redirect traffic around them. And, well, that didn't work.
That's kind of extensive, though. Like, you could have just been like, hey, can you just, like, take down some of the trolls?
That's what I was thinking. Why would you build this, like, whole bypass around it?
I guess because the U.S. just likes building roads for no fucking reason.
Exactly. Let's build a road. So they asked this wood carver, Michael Freeney, now known as the Troll Carver, to make some folk art project, and eventually it made Troll Highway, what it's known now today, 18 and 151, a permanent thing. So he's like, fuck you, I'm making these trolls and everyone likes them, so now this is going to be a thing.
Fuck you. Okay, I would not name the Troll Carver. I do not want to be known as the Troll Carver. I don't know about you.
That's kind of like a nickname. You're like, yeah, guys, yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, I'm the Troll Carver, and then the Troll Highway, like...
Yeah. So, like, when you're driving through, you see all these giant trolls, like, up to your hips, maybe taller and height-wise, just kind of hanging out everywhere. And some of them are actually kind of cute. Other ones are not okay. Very haunting looking. But they actually have a troll map online on this website, directing you around the whole place, telling you where all these trolls are and how to, find them. And I don't know why you would, but, sure, go find them.
Sounds like quite the vacation.
But this actually ties in with my childhood. I would go apple picking about every September with my family, and we go to this apple orchard in Mount Horeb, and they would tell us to put bells around the children's wrists or ankles. And I, asked why they wanted that, and they're like, oh, so the trolls don't steal you. I'm like, oh, okay. So I was always scared. I'm like checking all under the trees and like in the grass, making sure that no troll would come out or, try to steal me away. So I was constantly jingling my bells saying, fuck off, trolls. Don't touch me.
When in all actuality, it was just a way for your parents to be able to fucking find you.
Yeah, they took a lot of pictures and, I think they got a good laugh out of it.
Alec would be one of those kids that would run away and hide and be like, jingle your bells. Yeah.
But I just think it's funny that they had that theme for the picking apples. So you won't get, kidnapped by these trolls. And they're saying right here that they're mostly good-natured. So I don't know. I don't know. But
they just want to adopt the child.
Well, no, it's like the stories of the fae folk, like fairies and stuff, how they like to steal kids and stuff, which I guess, makes sense with that and whatever. Yeah. Like they steal the children and then put like, a fake child in the place. I don't know. Old fucking weird history shit. You can look it up for yourself. Just look up fae folk and how, like, why not to mess with fae folk? Because they'll, fuck shit up, so.
But yeah, I don't know. I just thought that was kind of a spooky, intriguing, fun thing to know,
It's definitely a spooky story for a child, so the trolls don't take you? What do you mean the trolls? Like
stranger danger is hard enough at that age.
Jingle those bells!
They have to worry about the wooden trolls on the side of the road? Oh my god.
I think that'd be haunting.
You have one more, don't you?
I have the one in glorious old Haunchyville.
What the fuck?
It sounds awful. But yeah, no, Haunchyville, like, there is a story there about, like, how there's a crazed axe murderer who lives there, but, that's too boring. Like, you can make this more interesting. So, we're gonna start off. Back in the late 1800s and 1900s, there was a circus going through the Wisconsin area with a very evil, angry ringleader. Oh. Yeah. And one of their exhibits is they had a bunch of dwarfs or short people. Yes.
Little people.
So one day, those little people ganged up and were like, we've had enough of you, sir, and murdered him. They killed him. And they ran away because a bunch of dwarf people killing someone, I think they will get the blunt end of that law. So they ran off and they escaped to where else? But Muskego, Wisconsin, which is just southwest of Milwaukee.
Yay!
Yay! So, and they live to the outskirts of Muskego, not like the civilized part, but they put up like no trespassing signs. They made an old place called Haunchyville, and they did not like guests. They really did not.
And I don't feel they like to be called Haunchies.
The local folk nicknamed them Haunchies. Yes,
it feels wrong,
and it feels like it's a bad phrase. I don't think I should be saying it. But what they did there is what makes them different from other places. I could tell that you're entering Haunchville is they make small, short stone huts. Like the Flintstones.
Oh. Like hobbits.
Yes.
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
That'd be cool if it was just like, that was like the Shire. They called it the Shire. That'd be great.
Start playing
name it Haunchville.
Start playing the Shire music.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish I had it. I wish I could remember what it sounds like even. Just like the old tin whistle. Oh no, that's Harry Potter. You're pissing people off.
I mean,
Copyright us now.
Oh my god.
Please don't sue us.
But the fun thing is there, you can go online and find these interviews of people who've survived the Haunchies, which is funny because everyone survives the Haunchies because they're not a fan of murdering. Instead, if you wander to their village after going past all their warning signs, they'll ambush you with bats or other blunt objects and knock you unconscious, and they'll amputate you from your knees down.
Holy fuck.
And they will force you to live with them. Because I imagine if you are just a bunch of short circus people and you've been living there since the late 1800s, there's been a lot of inbreeding. I feel like they need to bring in new genes occasionally.
Like Alec genes.
Like Alec genes, other people genes. So I feel like that might be like, if you want to look at like the scientific ends, like that is why they need more people. They don't kill you. They just want to breed and cut off your knees.
I thought they did kill you.
I imagine not everyone survives the amputations, but the big one is that they just cut you off from the knees down and you're forced to live with
I feel
them.
like you're making this up right now.
No.
This part.
No.
Yeah, I don't believe you.
There used to be one where they'd hang and burn you, but that was the crazed axe murder.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but they just cut you off and knees down. And also, just to add to the weirdness of this, one time there's a small boy, young child. He was albino. He wandered in there. I imagine at night, because they're not allowed in the sun, they burn really hard. It's really bad for their skin.
Yeah.
So he wandered in there, in the Haunchies. They didn't cut him off from the knees down. They were just like, do you know what? We like you. You're different like us. And they adopted him. And this boy actually grew up to be really tall, really strong. He's now their protector.
Oh!
What year is this story published? Does it feel like... What?
I looked it up, and there's the story was published in 2010 about this. But then I'm going to get to the 2010 part on why they're publishing it, because they're sharing the story with you to get another point across. But yeah, they had Alex as their protector, and there's also another fun little fake video online of these people like, oh, I don't want to go over voices, we're just following distance in the darkness, man, it's fine. And then you just got this kind of a guy coming out of the corner of their eyes, oh crap, and just running away, bouncing camera.
Oh, shit.
I think we got away, kind of a thing.
Wow, oh my god, we've watched so many videos like that.
It's like
Add another one to the list.
Yep. I can share with you guys. It's like a minute and a half long. It's very well cut. Very well cut for raw footage. But sadly, to our demise, I found this in the article in 2010, is to get some statements across in a newspaper from Lieutenant Dave Consigno of the Muskego Police had to release a thing saying, since the outskirts of Muskego now are kind of being suburbanized. People go out and buy plots of land and they put up no trespassing, and because they don't want people, they buy these lands so they can be isolated away from people. So he had to finally debunk this and start yelling at people, because there's become such a big problem with people looking for Haunchville, and like people are finding like beer bottles. So it's like probably a bunch of drunk people our age running around like, yeah, I'm gonna find Haunchville. I'm gonna destroy their stone huts. They took my cousin. So they've been finding beer bottles and stuff on these people's property, and they've actually had to come down. But what he said is, the point we want to drive home is that there are no little people. There are no murders. And then there's like ellipses there. So probably just imagine him just like face palming at this point. just nice tax-paying people who want to live in peace. And the current fine for trespassing now, which they've been having escalated because they need a better incentive, is $334.50 if you're trespassing in Muskego.
$4 and how many cents?
$334.50.
Sorry.
That'll be $3.40.
Please get off my yard.
Oh god. Okay, well, I have one last one that I just found that I realized that I should have included before, but it's the Maribel Caves Hotel, otherwise known as Hotel Hell. So here are some quick facts for you.
That's not good for your rating
Quick
on Google.
FAQs.
So this was built in 1900, and has become known locally as Hotel Hell because of disturbing and persistent rumors about it. So here are some of the stories. Yeah. The building burned 3 times, each time on the exact same date. and was rebuilt twice. The first time was in the 20s, and the last fire was in 1930, and everyone died in their sleep.
Wow, that's nice.
Skeletal remains of some of the victims can be found on the 3rd floor, which is apparently now inaccessible because of holes in the stairway and in the basement. Years ago, one of the hotel guests went psycho and killed everybody in the hotel during a mass murder frenzy, and then committed suicide.
Wonderful.
So obviously, during these things, like, obviously spirits will linger, so there have been stories about spirits in the building from those people that have died. There's also, like, the energy has also been attributed to a group of witches, like, practicing black magic. I don't know about that,
That's
though.
always good. That's always good.
It's always good, like, for your like neighborhood witch, like, if you...
It gives a character.
If you have a goat to sacrifice, they are so nice. Like, if you need a love potion or something, bring, 2 goats. You need a quality love potion.
But, get this.
Tip your witch.
Even though there were demons running around and shit, eventually a white witch sealed the portal, confining the demons to the boundaries of the hotel and the surrounding yard.
Thanks.
Okay. So we can still have fun with the demons and
so
stuff
you can
in the
just
hotel.
you can just watch it from the road and be like, can't get me now, demons, fuck you.
Start throwing rocks in the yard.
Just bring a bunch of crosses, whipping it through the window.
So some more stuff about it.
It
was used as a spa in the late 1800s for movie stars. And during the Prohibition, the hotel was owned by Al Capone. I'm not sure that that's very true or not. Neither is the part about how it was a hideout for Al Capone. I would not be surprised that it was not, to be quite honest with you. But
Al Capone had higher standards than living in hell, literally.
No, this is back when it was nice. Oh. Before all the mass murder and the fires.
Yeah. Okay, before the persistent arsonist. And
before all the weird demon shit.
Right.
But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, though, if it was at the same time, because Wisconsin has, the history of being, a hideout for 1930s gangsters and stuff.
Yeah.
So, Al Capone and John Dillinger.
Where's,
stuff.
What's that one place?
It's Camp something.
Oh, Adams.
Oh, yeah, Adams Friendship. There's
Adams
some
Friendship.
really good ones there.
Yeah.
Stories.
So, the name Hotel Hell came from the blood on the walls, yelling from the basement, the ring of a bell, and the sound of, wheels?
Wheels!
Wheels. It says wheels here, but I'm sure they meant whales throughout the building.
Oh.
If anything, that'd put me to sleep. Just nothing like whale songs at night.
No, whales, wailing.
Oh! I was thinking
people crying,
screaming.
Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah, no, Kenz, why would you let us keep going with the...
Because I thought you were making wheel sounds for some reason.
No. That's not a voice.
No, wheels are my bad sound effects here, but
wheels,
I'm
whales,
not that bad.
Wow.
So, and then some of the paranormal activity reported, including cold hands, applying pressure on your back on the 3rd floor, a feeling of being threatened in the basement, and apparently if you shine your flashlight in the 2nd floor window, something will shine a light back at you. The real history, though, of the hotel is that it apparently opened in 1900 and was a therapeutic spot for travelers, which eventually became a tavern because after a while everything just becomes a fucking bar here.
Honestly,
per 1,000 in your population, you need at least 1 or 2 bars.
It remained opened in one form or another until a blaze destroyed the interior in 1985. And in 2006, the building was gutted and all remaining debris was removed, leaving only the stone wall standing. Still interesting story, though.
Yeah, that's pretty...
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's a cool little place, cool legends behind it. Who knows what really happened there? We have the real story, but still,
Exactly.
This is a
the
better
unknown.
Story.
Yeah, the unknown is more interesting than what we do know. And then we have the Lake Winnebago Monster.
Oh.
So I'm gonna up you one. Yeah, we have a bunch of monsters in Wisconsin. So the Winnebago tribe would tell stories of a massive fish that inhabited Lake Winnebago. So instead of like a weird Nessie creature or an octopus, they just have a giant fish.
Ooh.
But then again,
like a good trophy on the wall.
But then again, it could be like a sturgeon or something. Giant fish could mean a lot of things. You know what I mean? So yeah, this monster would snatch up deer, elk, and moose. Some say the monster was a large sturgeon who was soon killed by a horned animal. Others say that its descendants are still swimming around.
Well then.
So yeah, it
its
could
little
be sturgeon,
babies might be around.
But
Big sturgeon, mama.
But a sturgeon doesn't eat deer and things.
If it gets big enough.
So do you think like a deer just ran up to it and just like gored it with his horns or something? Because it was killed by a horned animal.
You want to fuck me up?
Like
you want to fuck me
or
up?
something?
Yeah. I like the idea of a unicorn. That's also a good idea. But definitely the deer. Yeah, would freaking gorn that thing. It'd be good.
Then there's even a sea serpent in Lake Mendota.
Oh God!
We have a lot of sea
Do
monsters.
not go in the
here.
water in Wisconsin. It probably has a monster.
Let the water come to you.
Just
don't go to it.
Don't go any lakes. Just don't go any lakes when you come
small
here.
ponds behind your house, safe. Lake out by your neighbor's house, not safe. These are things you must know.
Just don't go into any lakes here.
We have leeches too.
Yeah, just don't. Just don't go anywhere.
Yeah, just stay at home. Build
It's a
up
pretty
a fire.
good list of
Yeah.
stuff here.
Yeah.
Oh, God,
Pretty-
yeah. And you know what's funny is that we still haven't even hit like the top 6. I feel like.
What do you think the top 6 are?
Oh God, there's like I don't know, but there are top 6 websites because it kept leading me to them. I was trying to talk about like Nessie and stuff.
We went
and
into the
I was like,
inner depths of those.
That's true. We went to like
sites.
the weirder ones. We didn't talk about the Beast of Bray Road or anything.
Yeah.
They'll have to be the next one.
Yeah, there'll have to be another episode.
The-
we might make this a series. Spooky Sconnie or something like
And
that.
then once we run out of things, we'll just start making them up on our own.
Or we can
Exactly.
take ideas from the viewers, if they put them down in the comments, of creepy stories from other states.
That'd be
Yeah.
helpful. Yeah, we don't have to just stay in Wisconsin either.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
know?
Because I know my parents for sure were like, we have weird shit where we live. You should talk about that. And I was like, okay, slow down a little bit. Let's get through this episode.
Slow
see how it
motion.
goes. I'm getting a little flustered.
Putting me on the spot here.
So, like
I'm
I said,
losing my hair.
if you guys out there have anything you'd like to share, any topics of discussion that you think would be interesting, for sure, put them down in the comments. We'd love to hear your creepy stories, your legends from your states, cities, towns, wherever you live.
Yeah.
You
would
scratch
love to hear-
our back, we'll scratch yours.
Exactly. We will, obviously...
Quit
what was
doing
it?
that creepy
Cite
motion.
you in the video. Excuse me, I can't really talk right now. But anyway, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys for watching this episode. We'll be back next week, hopefully, with a new topic of discussion. Hopefully something funny.
I was gonna say, hopefully we'll get one out every Sunday, I believe.
Hopefully.
Yep.
We'll see what
Yeah.
happens when school starts, because things are gonna get interesting.
Yeah.
But,
Oh yeah. We can even have like classroom rants, even.
Exactly.
It's always good.
Oh, Lord. Okay,
Group
well,
projects.
thank you guys for watching. This has been Third Wheeln'. See you next time.